Hi, everyone. My name is Amy Fenster-Brown. My co-chair and friend Joyce Kolker and I want to welcome you to our NCJW session on relaxation and mindfulness because we all could use it. Just because you're not going out and about as much, or you're working from home instead of an office, or your social calendar is way more empty these days does not mean you're relaxing. Your mind can certainly fill the voids with racing thoughts. Calming your mind is just as important as calming your body, and that is what we're going to focus on tonight. Joyce and I have asked 3 awesome women to help give you ideas and practices to make relaxation a part of your everyday life. It sounds like it would be a treat or an indulgence, but why shouldn't it be a part of your regular day, just like brushing your teeth? It should be. And we also have a treat for one lucky winner tonight. Lisa Gubernick is going to hold up this gift basket that we're raffling off. And at the end of the Zoom, we'll draw a name and one of you will receive this amazing basket. It has lots of self-care goodies, including some indulgent products donated by Nancy Slade from The Body Shop and Angela Flatkin from Beauty Counter. Our first expert is Kathy Ortbals, who has taken her hobby of art and turned it into a way to take her mind off stress and chaos. You can follow her art, and we'll give you all this information again later, on Instagram, and she posts the pictures she's doodling. She calls them doodles, but they're very intricate pieces of hand-drawn art. And rumor has it she will email you a page to print out if you want to do some coloring, which actually you got in your email from Lauren yesterday. So Kathy, why don't you tell us a little bit, unmute yourself, and tell us a little bit about your art.
Hi, everybody. So my art is something that I do for my daily self-care. So no matter what's happening, every single day, I start or finish something. And I think today's the 13th, yes? So on my Instagram page, today is day 13 of the year of my drawings. And one of the reasons that I do it is it's truly a way to relax. I am not on my computer. I am not scrolling through social media, and it allows me to explore my creativity and just learn different techniques along the way. I literally do it whenever I can. When the kids are running around in circles like crazy and I need to get away for a little bit, if it's a really bad anxious day, if it's just the house is finally quiet and now I have some time for me, I will create an excuse to do this because it just means that much to me. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things that I use to draw with. I'm weird. I use mixed media paper just because I like the texture of it. Took a while to figure that out. And my partner in crime, and I don't know, you'll be able to see this a little bit better, is a pen. It's Micron, and I use a 02. On occasion, I'll use a pencil and erase the lines as I'm moving through, especially with the mandalas, like the one that you got in your email, and some other little tools to make sure that I try to stay in a circle pattern, but it's by no means perfect. And I don't want it to be. So that's me.
Kathy also mentioned to me that, like the rest of us, if her mind is left alone to wander, that's not good. So when she does what she starts as doodling, her mind is now occupied, and then she has this beautiful drawing afterwards. So Kathy's going to turn the camera onto her paper, and she's going to do some artwork live. So anytime during the Zoom, if you're sick of looking at me or anyone else, or just interested, you can look at Kathy's paper and sort of see how she is progressing. And I am obsessed with her doodles. Our next expert is Jenny Hoffman Mentle. Jenny is a licensed clinical social worker in private practice in Creve Coeur, and she also works as a professor of psychology at Maryville University. During the pandemic, Jenny's been doing the best videos on Facebook on her page, and they're usually short little snippets of information about dealing with anxiety, depression, issues your kids might be having stuck at home, more than that. But self-care and taking time for yourself are recurring themes. So Jenny's going to talk to us now a little bit about why this is so important. Jenny, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I am unmuted and I'm smiling a little bit as we all are home because I think my dog just escaped. So if you see him, yep, there he is. It happens. Thank you all so much for having me. I love the work of NCJW, and as I was asked to come in and speak briefly, so don't worry, speak briefly about the why of self-care. And I believe Dani's going to get to share with you some ways to take care of yourself. And as you think about the why, many of you are very involved in the community and you care a lot for others, which is such important. A lot is taken from you as you engage in that. And so it's important to care for yourself so that you can kind of recharge. And so think of self-care as any purposeful or planful activity that's protecting yourself, your own well-being, and your happiness. And what's self-care for one person isn't necessarily self-care for another. And so I love that you're getting to see the artwork today. For some of us, art we might be over anxious about engaging in art, and others might be like, wow, I'm going to give this a try. And so it's awesome to get to see this work in action. So actually at the beginning of this call, as we were waiting to start, somebody actually mentioned several forms of self-care. One was getting up for the coffee talks, setting an alarm. That is actually a form of self-care. Another one that was mentioned was gratitude, writing handwritten thank you notes and saying to people, whether you write a note, you send a text, you pick up the phone and call, gratitude is another form of self-care. And I encourage you to think of different ways that you can engage in this. And so I just had to give a shout out to our participant who was naming different ways that they engage in self-care as they even just got on the phone. So why self-care? It will reduce your stress levels and actually reduce your blood pressure. So you're going to see benefits in your physical health and your mental health. So why not? It will help with your focus, which some of us might need right now. That I know was also brought up. It can help you complete different tasks. Our artist in residence here brought up how she's able to start and then finish. This engagement in self-care can help with the start and finish of different tasks. It can help boost your happiness. Again, some of us may really need this right now in the dead of winter with these short days. It can increase your self-knowledge and can actually boost the amount of yourself that you have to give to others, whether it's you're a caregiver of somebody who might be older than you or younger than you, or you're giving to those in your community. I do want to stress that self-care is not necessarily a product that I like to think of it as a process and a practice. That self-care is something that ideally you engage in every single day. And at the end of the day, I'm a planner person. So as somebody mentioned, like our social calendars may not have that much on it. There may not be much to show for your self-care at the end of the day, and that's okay. It's just worth engaging in these activities for the joy and the purpose of building up yourself. It might include art, it might include cooking, laughter, anything you can do to help yourself laugh every single day. Your nutrition might be included in this, journaling, giving to others, and some tips to incorporate into your life. I encourage people to wake up just 5 minutes earlier than you normally do. That gives you 5 extra minutes to engage in self-care. 5 minutes is better than no minutes. And there's a misperception in our community, and by community I mean the world, that self-care is expensive. self-care does not have to be expensive. And so setting your alarm and waking up 5 minutes earlier, hopefully does not come from a place of privilege, but rather gives you 5 minutes. Create a list of things that you don't want to do. Forgive me, the dogs have decided to get into their evening zoomies. A list of things that you don't enjoy. I encourage you also to try new things. And if it's not enjoyable, if you've tried it and it's just not for you, perhaps that's not the best form of self-care for you. It can be helpful to have what's called an accountability partner. So if Amy was my accountability partner, then that would mean that I might check in with her once a week or once a day, if just to be like, hey, did you do that self-care today? And it's important that you not mess with your accountability partner and lie. That you say like, hey, I did it, or I didn't get to it today, I'll try tomorrow. And so these are just some helpful tips as you're thinking about different reasons why and how to engage in self-care. And I'm looking forward to hearing what Dani has to say about how we can do this.
Thank you, Jenny. Also, if anyone has any questions for Jenny or Dani or Kathy, there's the chat bar below, and we will make sure to get to your questions. So feel free to jump in there. Jenny, thank you very much. My accountability partners are on here, but we usually text things like, did you kill your husband today? So like ours is a little different, but that's, you know, that's our form.
And that works.
It works. It works. We're all still here. We made it through the day. That counts. Our next expert is Dani Glassman. Dani is a licensed massage therapist and registered yoga teacher. She makes yoga accessible to everyone. No matter if you think your body can't bend that way, don't worry, because Dani will tailor everything to your strengths. Strengths you probably didn't even know you had. She offers group classes and private instruction. Her massage practice is tailored to each client's needs as well, and I can tell you from personal experience, her massages are the best. You just tell her what hurts, and she will fix you. She has a master's degree in social work, and she incorporates mindfulness and health in her yoga and massage work. So Dani's going to teach us some easy and helpful techniques to bring mindfulness and relaxation into our everyday lives. Dani?
Well, hi, I'm Dani. Thanks for the introduction, Amy. Wow. Well, so just listening to Jenny and her tips on self-care, you know, one way I'm going to offer to you is, like she said, there are lots of ways, but mindful breathing and mindful movement, which, you know, you often hear called yoga, but yoga is a mindfulness practice, and you don't have to be able to stand on your head or bend really deeply or do anything fancy. You just need to sort of, it's an opportunity. The way I do yoga myself, I honestly don't know what I would do without my yoga practice for me, and then I love teaching it, but also just the idea that it's really just an opportunity to turn inward, right? So we're always externally focused and we get bombarded with news and things that are going on in our world and in our lives, and it doesn't take going to a class or having a private instruction, although those are wonderful things and to do, but you can just do it 5 minutes, you can do 10 minutes, you can just take a moment to just hit the pause button and tune into your breath, just like turn inward and start to notice yourself breathing and also moving. So I'm gonna take you through a little short practice in a second, but one word just to, I'm sure you all know this, that your mind, your body, it's all connected. So we harbor a lot of tension, we hold a lot of tension in our bodies that sometimes we're really unaware of, and sometimes we are aware of it. Like I feel my shoulder is always bothering me. You know, so there's things we're aware of, things we're not aware of. You know, do you sleep? Is your sleep affected? Things like that. And so we hold a lot of tension in our bodies, which has effect on, and the mind has an effect on the body, right? And the body, when we feel sort of not so great in our body, it can affect our moods, our emotions, and so on. So it's sort of a connection both ways. So if you want to join me, I'm going to come sit in my chair. We're just going to do this seated. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to transform your lives. We're all going to feel like no tension, no stress, and we're all going to kind of melt into a puddle and go to sleep. No, seriously though, if you're welcome, if you're interested, I invite you to come sit in a chair. I'm going to come back to my chair. And I wish I could give you a virtual massage. I can't do that tonight, but this is something I can do. So here we go. Come to a chair if you're going to join me. Hopefully you can see me. So when you come to your chair, make sure that you're seated comfortably. So I'll give you a second to get your chair. Let me move back a little so I can stay in the frame. And you probably all have already done this, but you might if you want to see better than this little square, maybe press the speaker view so you can get the big screen. Yeah, so you can see better. So anyway, sitting in a chair, how do you sit and be comfortable? So I would come to the front sort of half of your chair at the beginning, and towards the end, we'll just sit back in the chair. And just remember, like with anything, we're just tuning into the breath. And when we do that, it's like, then we're here, right? We're in this moment, and that helps calm us. Just that alone can help calm or quiet our minds a little. And then the movement, it's not just doing movement with our bodies and then thinking about like what we're doing after. It's like, it's hard. You're going to space out, you're going to go your mind's going to wander, but you're just going to keep encouraging it to come back and just pay attention to how things feel and go from that place. Don't do things that don't feel good in your body. You want to feel good here. So start seated at the front edge of your chair, feel yourself sit, but then find a little bit of effort of lifting up a little bit so you're not stiff and feeling tense, but you don't want to be like, can't breathe very well when you're slumping. So sitting up a little bit, dropping your shoulders, noticing that, and just feel this sense of lengthening up as best you can through the top of your head. And then maybe close your eyes just for this first minute or so, to just close your eyes. And if that's comfortable for you, of course, if you'd like to sort of gaze at something, that's fine. And then just feel your breath. Just start to breathe in through your nose. You don't have to try too hard. Just breathe, and then exhale out. And just notice where the breath comes into your body. You might pick a place, like pick your nostrils, or maybe you feel your chest expand, maybe your belly, and then exhale, feel everything kind of exit the body. So feel the breath move in and out just a couple times. Make just that first connection, that transition towards turning inward towards yourself. Your mind will check out for sure, and you're going to just kind of come back to the sensation of the breath, and that's it. Notice I want you to pay attention to your body. Just little pieces I'll guide you through. Feel your feet pressing the floor lightly. Notice the place of contact where your bottom's touching the chair. Notice your shoulders. Can you drop your shoulders down a little bit further away from your ears if they're up? Just pay attention to your face, your jaw. Is it clenching a little bit? Maybe just separate the top and bottom rows of teeth. And then feel the space between your eyebrows. Are you crunching or kind of crinkling your brows? See if you can smooth it out. Just this little shift inward towards your breath. You can already start to feel some maybe shift in your body. So we're going to start to move a little with the breath. And so from here, you can open your eyes up and then keep the breath going. We're just going to take the chin towards the chest and drop your head. Keep your shoulders down. And then we're going to roll the head to the left, just kind of rolling the head to the left side. I encourage you just to go really slowly. So there's no rush. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're just going really slowly, moving your head to the right And then breathe, inhale through the center, and then exhale over to the left again. Don't be too concerned about the breath rhythm. Just be mindful of breathing while you move. Inhale to the center and go over to the right again. You might hear crackling. I know I do. Hopefully you don't hear my cracking neck. And then drop your head down and then pick your head back up. Keep your shoulders down. We're going to do some more releasing of the shoulders. So just what we're going to do from here is you're going to drop your arms down. Keep lifting up, feeling your shoulders down, okay? You're going to start with your right shoulder. So think about your right shoulder. And then as you shrug your right shoulder, tip your right ear towards your right shoulder, like you're shrugging your shoulder towards your ear towards shoulder. Then you're going to drop your right shoulder, take your left ear to the left shoulder and lengthen out the right side of your neck. Okay, so we'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, right ear towards right shoulder, stay with the same side. Right shoulder towards ear, so lift it up. And then exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, you're lifting the right shoulder up, shrugging the shoulder towards the ear. And then you're gonna drop the right shoulder, take the left ear towards the left shoulder. So it's like you're lengthening, you're shrugging, then you're letting it go. All right, and then 1 more time. Inhale, right ear towards right shoulder, shrug the shoulder. And then drop the left ear towards the left shoulder and stay there. And then just take 2 breaths into the nose and open the mouth. Inhale. And then open the mouth. Maybe make an ha sound, feel the right shoulder. You might play with the angle, your chin might tuck, you might lift your chin away from your shoulder. Just kind of play and stay here with the right side, lengthening. And then go ahead, lift your head back up. And then before we do the other side, roll this right shoulder out. Just roll it out, kind of let it go. And then just come back to the center and feel your right shoulder. And notice what you feel in your right shoulder. And notice how it might be different than your left, perhaps. Just take that in for a sec. And we'll do the other side. So here's the left side. Inhale, left ear is going to shrug towards the left shoulder, shoulder towards ear. And then drop the shoulder, right ear goes the other way towards the right. So now you're lengthening the left side. And then inhale, left ear towards left shoulder, shrug it. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. So there's a shrugging, like an engaging. 1 more, let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep reaching to the left fingers. 1 more time. Inhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Shrug the shoulder up towards the ear. And then drop the left arm, left shoulder. And now stay to right ear towards right shoulder. That left side, you should feel a nice lengthening, stretching. You can play with the angle again if you want to find your sweet spot. You can lift the chin or tuck the chin. Pause where you feel the best stretch. And then lift your head up. And then do same thing, left shoulder just rolls, let it go. And now pause, both shoulders drop. Maybe your shoulders are a little bit farther away from your ears, hopefully. So we're gonna keep going. Inhale, roll your palms out, your shoulders open, reach out and up. We're gonna take a little lift of your arms. And then we're gonna exhale, the right arm's gonna come down, hold on to the side of the chair. We're gonna take a side bend, go up and over to the right. Reach up through your left arm, take it to the right. And then go slow. Inhale, reach your right arm back up. And then exhale, left hand down, can hold on to the side of the chair and then reach up and over with your right hand. So you're just going and doing that 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Are you still breathing with it? Awesome. I love all the squares. I get to see all of you. It's awesome. And then go to the right and then go back to the center. Inhale. And then go to the left. So moving your body as you breathe. And that's all you'll focus on. Drop your arms and do 2 shoulders. Just both shoulders roll up, back and down, up, back and down. Now we're gonna do a little twist. So here we go. Inhale, reach up. And then twist to the right. You can take your left hand across your right knee, your right hand to the back of the chair. And then go to the other side. Inhale, reach up, reach the arms. And then exhale, twist to the left. Kind of moving the spine. turning your head last. Inhale back up. One more time to the right. Slower the better. Take your time. Awesome. And then one more time to the left. Inhale. Exhale, turn it to the left. And then go back up. And then hands to your lap. Put your hands down on your thighs, shoulders down. So we're gonna do, you may have heard cat and cow pose or flow. So I'll show you the side view and I'll show you the front view. So let me start at the front. Hands at the front of your thighs towards your knees. We're gonna inhale, and as we do, we're gonna slide our hands up towards the hips and then squeeze the elbows, lift the chest up. So it's a little back bend. And then you're gonna exhale, slide your hands towards your knees, tuck your chin towards your chest, tuck your tailbone under, round your back. You can hold on to your knees and lean back. Feel the spread of your shoulder blades. And then we'll do that again. So from the side view, inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your elbows, make sure your shoulders are down. And then exhale, slide your hands towards your knees, tuck and round like a cat. Tuck under, chin towards chest. How about one more? Inhale, slide your hands back towards your hips. And then exhale, there's a little rounding, tucking in, folding, kind of rounding towards yourself. And then come back up and sit up nice and tall. All right, hands behind you. Put your hands on the back of the chair. I'm showing you the side view. The fingers point towards the front of the chair, a little bit away from your butt. And then here we go, press down and lift your chest up. Open up the chest and shoulders. It should feel good. You can always reduce the pressing or not go as deep if it doesn't feel good. Just press and lift your chest. Tuck your chin. You don't have to look up. And then we're going to do the opposite, basically a forward fold. So your forward fold could be right here, drop your head, or if you like, you can slide your hands down, let your whole body drape over your thighs, your feet are still about hip distance, and let your head hang. You can shake your head yes and no. You don't need that tension in your neck, so let it go. Again, you can be up here with your head dropped, shake your head yes and no. And then this folding forward kind of action is, any sort of forward folding is pretty calming to our system. So this is like a child's pose in the chair. You can do a forward fold that's less deep and get the same effect. And then so go ahead, bring yourself back up. And we'll close by just sitting up nice and tall, drop the shoulders. And then sort of like a little pause here at the end. You might close your eyes again. Check in with yourself. Breathe and just sit for a moment with the little pause to sort of integrate what you did and notice how you feel. Whatever you feel is totally fine. It doesn't have to be, oh, I feel perfectly great now. It's just you moved and breathed, kind of shut off everything around you for a moment, which has tremendous effects on you. Thank you for practicing. And I just want to add that, you know, and I think Jenny mentioned this earlier, 5 minutes, any minutes is important. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be as much as we even just did, but just take that second to pause and just take some deep breaths. It's always there with you. You always have it to help ground you in really any situation. So thanks so much. If you have any questions, I'll get closer again. Also, I'll just throw this in. I teach yoga classes virtually and also in some limited in person at a Chesterfield studio in Chesterfield called Offbeat Yoga. But also you might be really interested to know, Rabbi Andrea Goldstein and I work together a lot through the Mindfulness Center at Sharamith. And they're usually a couple times a month, she's having me do some mindful movement, you know, yoga free classes. If you're a member, you just have to sign up. So if you go to the Mindfulness Center, I'm doing one on the 20th of this month, and it's like a 45-minute all levels type practice. So you come as you are and do your thing. That's it. Well, thank you so much. And again, it's a pleasure to be with all of you tonight.
Thank you, Dani. Joyce,
Thank you.
Joyce, you're up next. I want everyone, though, to take a look, if you can, at Kathy's square and look what she has done. I mean, how cute are her drawings? Just off the top of her head.
How's that? I'm trying to move.
There you go.
Is that centered?
Yeah.
I have old eyes. They're not saying what that is. But yeah, that's great. And so just a reminder that in your email for this Zoom, there is a way to be able to print off a doodle page so that you can do this at home in some form. So ladies, this has been just wonderful. And I hope that you all got as much out of it as I did, and that you'll be able to use this in the weeks ahead, especially next week when things are going to be a little tense in our country, and be able to use it to help you relax a little bit more. Kathy, Jenny, Dani, you girls were amazing, and we just can't thank you enough for giving your time this evening. And in order to show our appreciation, NCJW is going to be presenting you with a certificate of sponsorship in your names of a child from the back to school store. So you will be getting some notification of that at some point. And Amy and I want to thank all of you that are in attendance tonight for participating in this virtual event. And we also want to tell you about 2 more virtual events that are coming up in January. The first one is on Tuesday, January 21st. Is that right, Lisa? We got it right now?
Yes.
Okay. And it is from 12 to 1 noon. It is Advocacy in Action, Lunch and Learn, talking about human trafficking during the COVID period. And all of these lunch and learns are very informative and very educational. The other one is on Thursday, January 26th at 8:30 in the morning, but it's worth getting up for. It's called Coffee Talk. Our friend Lisa here is one of the leaders of it. It is so much fun, and we have met so many interesting people. Very, very fun to start your day that way. And then one more reminder. The National NCJW of St. Louis is going to be participating in the National Day of Service. We are going to be collecting new and slightly used coats for adults and children from now until Monday, January 18th. These items can be dropped off at a bin outside of the side door of the NCJW office on Lindbergh. As part of the membership committee, Amy and I hope that any of you who are watching or participating and are not members of NCJW will consider joining. But regardless, we just want to thank all of you for the continued support of this amazing organization. And now, Lauren, I'm done talking. So would you like to draw the name of the winner of our relaxation basket?
You want me to show it one more time?
Yes,
And
please.
I think Bonnie Solomon, thank you. I think it was January 19th, Joyce. I goofed, so I apologize. The Lunch and Learn. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, I'm gonna put it, I had it, hold on. I'm going to.
19th is a Sunday, Lisa.
January 19th is a Tuesday, isn't it?
Wait, maybe it is. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I have it wrong. You're right. My wrong. Sorry.
Okay, so here is the basket, and Lauren is going to read off the winner of this, a wonderful basket.
All right,
Okay.
y'all. Here we go. And let's see. It's going to be Rachel Protzel. I hope I'm saying that right. Congratulations. If you're here, can you unmute?
You here?
Dear?
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Oh, hi. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you for the presentation. That was great.
Does anybody else have any questions for any of our guests or anything?
Any questions? No? Okay. Thank you, Amy and Joyce and Dani and Jenny and Kathy. Thank you, and everyone for being here tonight. We appreciate it.